Nights go by, the days just linger. LaURa, Rebel Angel, the Screamin' Rebel Angels.
Now, that guitar is too freaking gorgeous. I mean, oh my God. So how long have you guys been playing together?
Oh, like almost 2 years maybe. Yeah, this is Brian.
Brian, I just love that guitar. Did you get it in Nashville?
Absolutely not, no.
Because it says Nashville on it. Is there a reason it says Nashville? The Nashville guitar. It's a Gretsch.
It's a Gretsch to Nashville.
It's so.
Yes, he got it in Nashville.
No, he didn't have to. He could get it in New York, right? Yes. All right. That sounds good. So, somebody named Dennis told me he plays with you sometimes.
Ooh, we love Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis is awesome.
Dennis is
yeah, he's
awesome.
big ball. He just gets up on there and he's so energetic. Just pounds it.
Does he dance? And does he like do tricks and stuff?
They do tricks.
I know he's Jesus. Have you ever seen him as Jesus?
We've trained him pretty well.
Or he knows Jesus, I think, pretty well. He's like got a.
This is already going a weird way.
It's true though. You got to ask him about that.
Thank you.
You didn't know that?
No.
Ah, Dennis, you got to tell these guys that he's got a inner something. He does. He's a funny guy. Mm-hmm. So where were you raised?
Well, I grew up between the Poconos and Brooklyn.
Back and forth?
Yeah, back and forth.
The Poconos in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And how do you know these guys?
Quite a stretch. Well, I met them at the rodeo bar and played other places. And the song that they just sang before, The Right to Wrong, was a great video if you see it, because I was also in it. But beside that, it was a great video. Anyway. And myself and Jory were in the video, so it's worth seeing. It was a great tune. So the whole thing, the way it's filmed, is, it goes down nice.
It is a great tune.
Thank you. And yeah, how often do you do your hair? Because your hair, you're always so together.
Oh, well, I did it in the bathroom at work before I came.
Nice.
Yeah, and it just takes just bobby pin it up, tease it, and twirl it. That's about it. It takes about 30 seconds.
Wow. Wow. And how long does it take you to do your hair?
About 14 seconds.
Really?
It's always a competition with you. I don't get it.
Some people are just like that, right? So where'd you grow up?
Not too far from LaURa.
Poconos in Brooklyn?
Middle of Pennsylvania.
What part?
Right by Penn State, Altoona.
Uh-oh.
Middle.
Penn State is just not the same as it used to be.
I'm sorry about that.
Kind of tarnished, right? They got some skeletons up their closet these days. But that's okay. We all do. They just got busted, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I know. So when you were a little kid, were you into rockabilly music?
Well, I grew up playing music, and my dad could basically play anything by ear. He'd play guitar, piano by ear. So he just kind of sit me on his lap, and he'd play a lot of Dion, or just a lot of 50s stuff, and he would do the chords, and I would just kind of strum along.
Ah.
And when they weren't looking, I would go through their record cabinet, and just they had this Time Life box set that was the best of the 50s.
Wow.
And it was just kind of one of those things that always, throughout punk rock, throughout all my other musical phases, it's always just kind
You
of
would go
been
to that.
great.
Any female artists that caught
I
you?
was obsessed when I was little with Nancy Sinatra because
Okay.
I really liked her striped tights. I was about 4 or 5. I mean,
Who wouldn't? Exactly. She was Nancy Sinatra. She still is.
mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's when I was.
Wow. How about you?
I wasn't into straight tights. As much.
Striped tights.
Straight tights. Or straight tights. I was into straight.
He was only into the fishnets.
Right.
Yeah.
So were you into this kind of music though?
I was, because all we had really was a little stack of
45
albums.
albums.
Johnny Cash and George Jones, and Hank Williams and Hank Snow.
Talk up. Speak up, Louise.
This is really impressive if he's actually speaking.
Sing out, Louise.
Harpo.
Do you know what that's from? Sing out, Louise. Do you know what? Or do you think I'm just crazy?
Maybe it's out of off my radar.
See, you guys were listening to 50s and that kind of stuff. My guilty pleasure when I was little was show tunes, and that's from Gypsy. And yeah, Louise was Gypsy Rose Lee, and her mother would always be, "Sing out, Louise!" And I always think everybody knows what I'm talking about, but most of the time they don't.
What's going to be my heckle for you? No.
Sing out, Louise! Yeah. Did you ever see that movie, Gypsy, with Natalie Wood? Oh my gosh. Wait, now I'm going to ask you another one. This is another one I can't believe people don't know. Did you ever see To Sir with Love?
Yes, a little bit.
Oh, thank God. A lot of people think I'm crazy when I say that movie. They never even heard of
It's
it.
a
Did
great
you?
song.
I've heard of it.
But you never saw it.
I don't know.
I bet you know the song.
I heard a
Why don't you
remake
hum
of
the
it
song?
yesterday.
Why don't you hum the song so I can?
To serve with love.
Yeah.
You don't know it?
I knew that. It was a very controversial movie when it came
Yeah,
out.
it's a great movie, Bill. Most people do not know it, and
I
it
know.
freaks me out. It's a classic. I have to bring that. I know. So I'm like a musical crazy person. I know all musicals from old ones though. The new ones I'm not too hip with because I can't retain anything anymore. Do you remember the last movie you saw, or the last musical?
The last musical?
Yeah.
Like literally like on Broadway or like musical?
However you want.
Oh, I don't remember. I'm not prepared for this line of questioning.
Did you
at the
see
moment.
Rent? Nope. Did you see the movie?
Nope.
Wow, you didn't either?
No, my husband actually
You
used
saw the
to
play?
I did, yeah.
Did you see the movie?
No.
It's good. Did you see any of it?
Which one?
Rent?
No.
No. See, 'cause that's like a
I could
current.
have made a movie. I lived in a rent control apartment. That could have been a movie itself. But,
Rent control. That should be part 2. Exactly. All right, that's okay. Anyhow, so did you have a favorite? You did say Johnny Cash. I mean, how can anyone not love Johnny Cash?
Exactly.
I mean, he's just a lovable guy, you know, and he paved the way for so many people, right? Exactly. Do you have a favorite Johnny Cash moment?
Johnny Cash moment.
Johnny Cash from
Song, moment?
Maybe when he's kicking out the lights on the Opry.
Okay, that works.
Kicked out the footlights.
So punk rock, right? He was like a punk rock.
Definitely.
Yeah, he
Rockabilly was the original punk rock.
I think so too. It definitely was. So, what's your punkiest rockabilly moment as a skeleton in the closet, since it is National Soccer Tour Day?
Soccer tour.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I don't know. All my crazy rockabilly moments are usually on stage when I'm throwing stuff. And,
What's the best thing you ever threw?
Tantrum.
Did you ever have any wardrobe malfunctions?
Yeah. Oh, constantly, all the time. Yeah, it's always. I start on the stage.
Standing there
and
singing,
I'm
and all of a
I
sudden-
look like a lady, and then I get off and like I'm just sweaty, and then my mascara is down to here, and I'm like heaving like a Hulk or something.
That's not what I meant, but
He meant like Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, to kind of combine those two stories, like I think one of the best pictures of me is me when I'm about to throw my beer. I'm on the ground on my knees, about to throw my beer at the photographer, and it's a picture. There's a little underwear slip in there, and so you can see it my skirt. I'm throwing beer and have Hulk face.
And you had underwear on.
I did.
Well,
Yeah. Have some chocolate, baby.
Well, it's all for you, Brian.
no.
Brian, let's hear a skeleton from your closet. Make it juicy. Anything?
Where to start?
Where to start? Pennsylvania. Did you ever go to Mount Airy Lodge?
No.
Did you?
I did, I think.
Did you have one of those rooms?
No, I think I went there when I was in high school, and they had some, oh, it was terrible. There wasn't much to do in Pennsylvania. I think they had a rave there.
Wow.
Yeah, I went there. It was pretty awful.
Really?
Yeah, just a bunch of techno. I didn't know what else I could have expected, but yeah. Solidified my love for rock and roll a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Laura's a big fan of Wanda Jackson and a friend of hers.
Nice.
Pretty great lady.
Wow.
She's amazing. Like you see her on stage, she'll have all the opening bands, and she's like this 77 or 78-year-old woman, and she's just still squealing and screaming, and she has so much energy and intensity. And she might have banged Elvis, and I might have.
She won't tell?
No, she told me.
So she did?
Yeah. I was trying to be a lady.
Yeah. That's good for her. So what about you? What about
I never
you?
banged Elvis or Wanda Jackson.
That's good. So did any good for people that you did? That's memorable.
On the off chance that my wife watches,
Oh,
I
no.
probably won't say that.
Good for you. Bring one home for her,
See what's up
too.
with this.
This is like the best chocolate you could possibly imagine.
You know,
Never dropped acid.
Johnny Burnett had his song, and I always like the song that I call her my eager beaver baby. She follows me to the barber shop, and I call her my eager beaver baby. That goes on and on. Yeah.
So Bobby, this is a long day, and it is December, the first Wednesday of December, and it's the day is changing in the weather. It started out pretty nice, and now it's getting kind of December-y. Do you have any gigs coming up, you guys, or the website? What?
We do. December, we're actually writing a bunch of new songs, but in January, we'll be back here on the 9th with
Otto's?
Copycat.
Woo-hoo.
And then we will be playing Le Poisson Rouge on January 20th, and then studio at Webster Hall on the 31st.
Good for you. That's a.
And then,
those are all great
yeah,
spots.
and then Rodeo Bar back in February, and then we're going on our California tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
And all these dates are going to be on your site?
Of course.
And what's that?
www.screaminrebelangels.com. There's no G on Screamin' because I didn't think of that when I was naming the band and make it confusing. Screaminrebelangels.com.
Wow.
Without a G.
So you're touring in California?
California,
Good for
and
you.
then we're hitting Europe and
Wow. Good for you.
in Belgium, Holland.
Did you book the whole thing?
No, we're actually working with an agency for that.
Good for you. Oh,
You're
you're
some
gonna.
good friends helping
That's
us out.
wonderful. I'm sure you're going to go over huge in Europe because this is something that they.
We're excited about it.
Oh, it's really, really cool.
Excited about
Oh,
this
you're gonna have you ever done that?
I've never played Europe before.
Oh, I
Any
just have a
country that,
feeling
like,
it's gonna be screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wow. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
We're also releasing a digital download single next Tuesday.
And they can get it off the site.
They can get it off the website.
Cool.
iTunes, all of that. I mean,
So
Amazon.
it's screaminrebelangels.com.
Sure is.
Wow, thank you so much for visiting, and I
Thank
want
you
to
for
hear
having
all about everything when you come back. And you can get a skeleton. We're going to put the blinders on your wife so she can't hear it.
Oh,
No,
first time.
I'm just. Oh, whoa! There you go. There you go. No, just
I
kidding.
had one. Brian's not a natural cadet.
No.
Oh, interesting. But to be a rebel angel.
Yeah.
So, do you have a shout out for Dennis?
What's up, Dennis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, can you play bass on those shows that I just mentioned?
There you go, Dennis. Aw, that would
See
be
you at
awesome.
rodeo.
Yeah. So, I want to thank everyone for this day. Do you have any last shout outs, OuTLaW?
Yeah, I want to thank all my friends who are here today and the other people that also came here today. It was a great show today, and my Rebel Ways and my Outlaw crowd is here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thanks so much. OuTLaW Bobby STeeLe, Suki Weston, Gabby Protel, Sean Kershaw, the Coney Island Cowboy, Val Kinsler, Travis Whitlaw, the hardest man in rock and roll, Joff Wilson, Todd Meredith, LaURa Rebel Angel, and the Screamin' Rebel Angels. Thank you so much. Caroline, I can't believe how much I love you. Otto Shrunken Head, December, rew-who. We'll be back next week for Wednesday, and Friday is the Brooklyn edition as well. Have a great week. Take care. Yeah.
You got the right to live the life you want. You got the right to be free. You got the right to love the one you want. Is it right that you don't want me? You got the right. You know you do. You take pleasure in making me so blue. You claim that you're